I think Lionel Messi is going out of this World Cup much earlier than most people expect, and the team that sends him home won't be France. It won't be Brazil, it won't be Spain. I think it'll be Cristiano Ronaldo's Portugal. Now, before Argentina fans start typing angry comments, hear me out, because this isn't really about Messi. It's about something much bigger. The Argentina that won the World Cup in 2022 doesn't exist anymore. And the Portugal we're seeing today might be the strongest Portugal squad we've ever seen. When people think about Argentina, they still picture that magical World Cup run. They picture Messi lifting the trophy. They picture the penalties, the celebrations, the fairy tale ending. But football moves quickly. 4 years is a very long time. And one of the biggest mistakes fans make before every World Cup is assuming that the team who won the previous tournament is still the same team. Usually it isn't. Argentina still have Messi. What they don't have is the same supporting cast. One of the reasons Argentina was so successful in 2022 was that every player around Messi knew exactly what their job was. They pressed for him. They ran for him. They covered defensive spaces for him. They allowed him to conserve energy and focus on moments of brilliance. I always describe it as Messi's bodyguard unit, and that bodyguard unit was phenomenal. The problem is that bodyguard unit has aged. Some players are now past their peak. Others are no longer producing at the same level. And most importantly, Messi himself is no longer the Messi of 4 years ago. That's not criticism, that's just reality. The problem for Argentina is that their entire system was built around maximizing the greatest player of all time. That strategy works brilliantly. When Messi is still capable of producing magic every few minutes, it becomes much harder when he's older, and the players protecting him aren't quite as good as they once were. Now, to be fair, Argentina do have some advantages in this tournament. Their travel schedule is one of the friendliest among the major contenders. During the group stage, they're only traveling around 2,000 kilometers. Even if they reach the final, the total distance traveled is roughly 7,000 kilometers. Compared to some of their rivals, that's a huge advantage. Less travel means less fatigue. Less fatigue means fresher legs when the knockout rounds begin. They'll also be playing in several stadiums that hosted matches during the last World Cup, so there's a level of familiarity there as well. But comfortable travel schedules don't solve deeper issues. Because when I look at Argentina, I don't see a squad that's stronger than the one that won in 2022. I see a squad that's weaker. And the timing couldn't be worse because some of their rivals have actually improved. France is still terrifying. England have become deeper. And Portugal have become something very interesting. In fact, here's the question I keep coming back to. If you remove Messi from Argentina and remove Ronaldo from Portugal, which squad would you rather have? For me, the answer is Portugal. And honestly, I don't think it's particularly close. Position by position, Portugal simply have more quality, more depth, more athleticism, more flexibility, more options. At goalkeeper, Diogo Costa is one of the best in international football. Defensively, they can call upon players like Ruben Dias, Nuno Mendes, Gonçalo Inácio, and Tomás Araujo. That's a backline most countries would love to have. Then you look at midfield, Vitinha, João Neves, Bruno Fernandes, Matheus Nunes. Players entering the prime years of their careers, players capable of controlling matches, players capable of rotating without a massive drop in quality. And then there's the attack. This is where Portugal become really dangerous, because unlike Argentina, Portugal don't rely on a single route to goal. If Ronaldo is unavailable or having a poor game, they can still hurt you. They have Rafael Leão's pace, Francisco Conceição's direct running, João Felix between the lines. They can play through the air, they can play on the counter, they can dominate possession, they can attack in transition. There are multiple ways for Portugal to beat you. That's what elite tournament squads look like. And that's also why I think Portugal's biggest strength is something most people don't talk about enough. Depth. If injuries happen, Portugal can cope. If suspensions happen, Portugal can cope. If players need rest, Portugal can cope. Very few countries can genuinely rotate without weakening the team significantly. Portugal are one of them. England can do it, France can do it, Portugal can do it, Argentina can't. And that matters because this World Cup is going to become a war of endurance. Now, Portugal aren't perfect. Far from it. There are two concerns that could derail them. The first is Roberto Martínez. This squad is elite. The question is whether the manager can get the absolute maximum out of it. And perhaps more importantly, whether he can make difficult decisions when necessary. Because sooner or later, Portugal will need rotation. The question is whether Cristiano Ronaldo will be willing to sit out when the situation demands it. The second concern is travel. Portugal are about to become the kings of travel at this tournament. Their group stage mileage is already substantial. If they reach the final, they'll travel around 14,000 kilometers. That's almost double Argentina's projected distance. And unlike Argentina, Portugal may face long flights throughout the knockout rounds, including potentially heading all the way to Vancouver. That kind of travel accumulates, fatigue accumulates, recovery becomes harder. And sometimes tournaments are decided by details like that. Now here's where things get fascinating. Because if the bracket unfolds as expected, we could get one last Messi versus Ronaldo showdown. Argentina versus Portugal, World Cup quarter-final. Imagine that. One final chapter, one final meeting. Two players who defined an entire generation of football, the rivalry that shaped 20 years of the sport, and potentially one last opportunity to decide who advances and who goes home. The emotional side of football wants Messi to win. The emotional side of football wants one more magical moment. But when I look at it purely from a football perspective, I keep arriving at the same conclusion. Portugal have the stronger squad, Portugal have the deeper squad, Portugal have more solutions, Portugal have more ways to win, and that's why I think Portugal beat Argentina, not comfortably, not easily, but deservedly. The only thing standing between Portugal and the semi-finals is whether they can manage the physical demands of the tournament. And if they do get through, I think England will be waiting. Now, England have some travel concerns of their own, but compared to Portugal, I trust their rotation more, I trust their squad depth slightly more, and I trust their overall tournament management slightly more. The gap isn't huge, but over 7 matches, small advantages matter. So when I look at the entire right side of the bracket, my prediction is this. Argentina fall in the quarterfinals, Portugal reach the semi-finals, England beat Portugal, and England emerge from the right side of the draw to reach the World Cup final. Of course, this is the World Cup, the one tournament that loves making fools of predictions. Maybe Messi produces one last masterpiece. Maybe Ronaldo has one last miracle left. Maybe both of them prove everybody wrong. But as things stand today, I think the biggest secret of this tournament is that Portugal's squad has quietly become better than Argentina's, and that might end up deciding the fate of both legends. Let me know what you think in the comments. Do you think Argentina still have one more run left in them? Or do you think Portugal finally have the squad to send Messi home? If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like, subscribe and turn on notifications. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.